Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco.
I'm Chris.
And today is New Comic Book Day. We have a lot of books, mainly Marvel this week. But
Marvel.
It is a fat stack of comics.
Thick.
So,
4 C's.
Quick reminder. This Wednesday night, or no, this tonight.
Tonight.
We're live streaming. We're going to be building a huge AT-AT and also announcing the winners. Announcing the winners for these 3 awesome comics for our 600 subscriber giveaway.
Be there!
Hopefully also announcing the prizes for our 700 subscriber giveaway. But also, you have until we pull, I will be counting...
Until 8 p.m.
Well, 8 p.m. is when we start. But also, people who join this live stream, I'm going to count that as well. So all those, if you want to comment on different videos, this video, on the live stream, when you comment, I will add that into the your odds for winning. Oh. So until I actually do the pooling, and then that'll be it. And then we'll have a winners. So now, granted, obviously, you keep commenting on different stuff. That'll enter you in for our 700 and 800, whatever else we end up doing. But yeah, just wanted to let you know. But let's go ahead and hop into some comics. So starting off here with Moon Knight, number 7. Well, let me show this one off first. So, this issue I thought was very strong. This whole series has been really, really good. I feel like maybe it was like maybe the second issue was maybe the worst one so far, and like it wasn't bad. It was not bad at all. It was just like a little bit of a dip. I think it was the second one. I can't remember. It might have been like the 4th one. I don't remember. There was a point where it's like, this one was a little slower. But like every other issue has just been really, really strong.
This might be, so far, my second favorite Moon Knight series.
I really love the artwork in it. I love how, he'll just present as this just completely black and white character. There's no shading on him. I always talk about that. I think it just makes him really pop.
Yeah, it does make him stand out a lot more.
There is a pretty gruesome scene that, because like people always talk about like, oh, Disney's ruining everything and blah 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 blah. I wish things were more gruesome and gritty and everything. And there's some dicey stuff that happens in this one. This cover. Oh, that's the Mr. Knight cover. Well, I mean, I guess they're both
Mr. Knight covers, and it's also got the Moon Knight shadow.
Yeah,
on the.
It's a really cool one. We had to pick up that one
because it's beautiful.
They stopped doing 1 in 25s. I'm upset.
They did altogether, like no more ever.
Probably at some point, but they're not any. Unless there was some problem. I should have double checked that because we didn't get a 1 in 25, and we always order more than 25 copies. So
one of my favorite things about Moon Knight art is this like character in all white, but his hands are like red.
Yeah. So moving on to another great book, we have Hulk number 3. Donny Cates is absolutely killing it. This series, even though we're just 3 issues in, is so exciting. I can't wait every month when this comes out. It's just, he's taken a really interesting approach.
Turn,
yeah. And again, at the heart of the story, it is, I guess, your typical Hulk story of Bruce versus Banner. But we've not seen it in a way like this.
Interesting way than we've seen before, because usually it's Hulk who's the dominant one.
Yeah, no, this time it is 100%, and I can't wait for it to blow up. It is 100% Banner right now, but it is not going to go well at some point for him.
And then this wonderful cover.
Yeah, we had to pick up the sweet Nakayama cover. Nakayama's artwork is just incredible.
There's a phrase for that, though. Like, when something's boiling over and it's going to explode any second now.
Ticking time bomb or something? Anyway, it's kind of a cool little homage to Hulk number 1. But it's funny because it's like a homage to Hulk number 1, but also feels like its own iconic,
it feels like its own thing.
Classic cover as well.
It's not the same art. It's this book's art, but it's...
So I thought that was a pretty fun
I always
cover.
like it when covers do that.
What do we have next?
She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk number 1. So this finally got to start. Awesome cover for the
awesome
number 1.
Covers together.
I love yellow yellow backgrounds. I'm not a fan of the color yellow. I'm really not.
Yeah.
But put it in the background. For whatever reason, it's incredible.
It's really good with Moon Knight as well.
Yeah, that Kate Bishop Hawkeye series, you know? Awesome. But anyway,
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk was really good, and the artwork, I'm just going to show you some of it. It has a very, like, classic kind of... I mean, it's still modern-ish, but has a kind of classic vibe to it that I really enjoyed.
I think it's a solid start. It's not like the best book I read this week.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, not Hulk or Moon Knight, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And, classic comic style, there's a big twist, crazy thing that happens at the end.
And this is a very fun...
yeah, we also picked up the Art
cover.
Germ variant, that's right, because this is kind of a fun homage to Sensational #1 and number 60 and...
Probably others.
Did she do it on Savage?
No,
she doesn't do it on Savage. But anyway, so yeah, it's a homage. I think it's just 1 in 60 that do it. But I mean, Art Germ, killed it. He did such a good job on that one. And I love actually because you don't really see much of it, but it does say Sensational She-Hulk in the background. But yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
And then we have Silver Surfer Rebirth, and this
we
is
didn't talk about it
cover
in She-Hulk, but it is going with that timeless stuff.
Yeah,
well.
Yeah, and oh yeah, by the way, this is Chris's first time here on the Wednesday.
I was just gonna let it flow.
But I like to talk about books a good extent, but not spoil anything.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. But
so, but yeah, they're definitely working towards something.
Yeah, they're
and leaving us
up.
pretty much completely in the dark, and I'm loving it.
Because I guess this isn't a big spoiler, because it's old stuff from Donny Cates' Thor, is that Thanos with the weird, like, infinity Mjolnir, and that keeps getting teased more and more, from Timeless to maybe even a little bit in Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but, this was
an interesting
It was a little slow, but...
Yeah.
There's a moment where it's like, wait a minute, like everything switches and like
everything.
It has a really cool little dynamic flip. I don't know, but this was I think the D cover, which was pretty cool. I don't remember what artist did that one.
But this is a really cool.
We had to pick up the Momoko cover. Another sweet cover was actually the 1 in 25 is an awesome wraparound cover. I don't think I'll end up getting it, but it is a pretty rad cover.
I haven't read this.
Yeah. So then we have...
Did you read this?
No.
No, you want to the side?
No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll show it, but we won't talk too much about it. We have Phoenix Song Echo. What is this, number 4? Number 4. So there's one more issue, and this was a bit of a weird one, because in the last issue, Echo looked like she was going head-to-head with the adversary, and then... I don't know, it definitely started at a weird spot where I was like, huh. But, I mean, you come to figure out what's going on. It was kind of a bummer for the momentum of this, because, it's just a 5-issue miniseries, and it felt like we're building this big battle, and then this issue really slowed down. It was fine, like, it was well written and everything. It worked out. There was a returning character that I was hoping to see again, so I was happy to see that. But other than that, I was like, I thought guns were about to be blazing, but I guess that'll be next issue. And that was the B cover, by the way. I wasn't a big fan of the A cover.
Avengers 52.
Yeah, so Chris is trying to pick up the Avengers run.
But before I get caught up, because I need 49 right now.
He's working on catching up.
Once I get 49, then I can get 50.
Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
He's been reading it there. So now he's just buying...
appears into the shop somehow.
Yeah, now he's just buying the extra issues.
Yeah. That way, when I do get 49, I can read 50 that I have in there, and we don't have 51, do we? It's probably at the shop.
I have no idea.
I'll double check at the shop. If it's not at the shop, then I have to wait even longer. But Venom, hey.
Oh yeah, on to the next one. We have Venom. What is this? 3?
Yeah.
4. Venom 4.
Reading this issue, thinking back on it, I think I skipped Venom 3.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I did.
Wow.
Because I opened this up very confused.
Interesting.
Also, I don't know who that guy is with the spear. Was he in Venom 3? I don't know. Maybe it's just been a while since I read it.
Yeah, sometimes it is hard to remember. Like I just recently, Attack on Titan started playing again, and I started watching the new episodes, And I completely forgot a big thing that happened at the end of the last half of the season. And I had to go back and rewatch some. But Venom has been okay, I feel like. I don't think it's bad. It just feels kind of like a bummer since the last run was so awesome.
And taking it from someone who hasn't read the last run, it's still okay.
Yeah.
I've read much better things. Like, Moon Knight right now is fantastic.
Yeah, like, I'm always excited for Moon Knight, always excited for Hulk, always
Venom?
excited for Dark Ages. You know, those books are like, yes, I can't wait to read them.
Whenever I read comics, I put it in a little pile, and I put Venom at the bottom because I didn't care that much.
I don't think it's bottom. There's probably, I mean, I don't know. But
out of the books that I read this week.
Yeah, fair enough. There was a lot of good books out this week.
Yeah.
Did you read this one?
Yes, I did read this one.
Okay, so we got
this was really good.
#1, start of a new miniseries. It follows up pretty much right after the last miniseries.
I haven't read the last one, but you don't need to read it to...
Yeah, I don't think so. I thought, because they introduced a new character in the last one. Crap, what was her name? I don't remember her name at all right now. But I thought she was going to be introduced in this one, but I thought she was going to come back in this one. Because I saw the character, I saw the covers and the previews. It's not Luna, no. It's a different character, so this is Luna Snow. And when I saw the covers, I was like, oh cool, the character will be coming back. I can't remember her name right now. But anyway, it's a different person, so I don't know if that character... I liked her. I thought she was really cool, so I hope she does come back at some point. I don't know if she would be good for anything other than Silk.
That's what I didn't read.
Yeah, so Chris wants to read the Black Knight miniseries that came out a while back.
Because you said I kind of needed to.
So he didn't read the Death of Doctor Strange, Black Knight, X-Men, terrible title.
That's a really long
tie-in. It's just such an awkward title.
It's an indie book, so it has a long
Death of Doctor Strange, X-Men, Black Knight is actually what I said it wrong. But anyway, this was a cool one, and I kind of semi-spoiled part of the miniseries for Chris earlier. But there is a new character. I didn't mean to. I was talking to Shay and it just slipped out. But anyway.
Oh well, it doesn't.
They introduced a new character in the last miniseries, and it's kind of strange. I feel like the layout of this book and the tying in the X-Men and everything was kind of weird, and it really doesn't make sense until you get to the very end of the book. And then they reveal something, and they're like, oh, okay, I get why you did it this way now. Does that retroactively make the rest of the book better? Not really. That being said, I am excited for this new character, and kind of what Marvel's doing in general right now, because I feel like with her, what's her name? I'm forgetting just literally everyone's name right now.
Hey Marco, I had a thought.
Yes.
I'm interrupting a bit.
Uh-huh.
But during the giveaway announcement stuff, did you forget to mention that you don't have to be at the giveaway?
I mentioned it before. Yeah. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anyway.
You don't have to be at the live stream to be a part of the giveaway.
But I want you there.
But we want you there.
We're going to have a good time. Anyway.
Great time.
If you're not there, I'll cry, okay?
Just weeping.
Yeah. I was like, I got 1,000 people. It's like, the Jedi Force is in here.
And I'm sitting there building AT-AT legs.
But anyway, but they're developing this new character. Like I said, they just introduced, was that last week with Bloodstone?
Yeah.
They just introduced a new Bloodstone family member. That's super fun and interesting. And it definitely seems like these aren't just... Because sometimes there's new characters, but it's like, whatever, it's a new character. But this seems like characters that they're going to want to build upon. They're definitely setting them up to do more. And especially the way this comic ends is like, oh, okay, this is... I have some interesting theories about where this character could end up and also where the Bloodstone character could end up. But I kind of want to see what else happens. I don't know. They could do more miniseries, could do a full series, could just start throwing these characters in other titles. I'm a little, I don't know, confused. Then we got some Devil's Reign tie-ins here. We have Villains for Hire.
It was okay.
It was fine. So I read the Thunderbolts miniseries, the King in Black stuff, and really liked it. I thought that was an awesome miniseries.
Is this the first Devil's Reign tie-in?
Maybe? I don't remember.
I think
there's too many books. It all blurs together in my mind. But anyway, so basically, you know, they're fighting Null and blah blah blah, this and that or whatever. People are dying. You know, they're losing members, gaining members. Rhino just walked away. He's like, I'm not doing this, and he just left. And they're like, should we stop him? And Taskmaster's like, I'm not stopping him. Are you gonna stop? I'm not gonna stop him. Anyway, and at the end of the whole thing, you basically assembled your new Thunderbolts team, and it was this weird, wacky group of just a bunch of losers and Taskmaster, and I liked it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a really interesting team to depart us from. And then we're introduced into a new Villains for Hire team here. Taskmaster's still there, but it doesn't really feel like the same Taskmaster. There was a lot. It seemed like there was a lot of like build up and like hidden secrets and stuff in the last Taskmaster, and this one's just like, I'm Taskmaster and I'm here, y'all. Now, granted, they could maybe do more with it, but it doesn't really seem like it. We have female Electro. I don't know her name. Electro the Second, maybe. I don't know. Who else was it? Rhino.
Whiplash.
Phage? Phage, yeah. Phage was there. And it was just basically a whole brand new team. Didn't seem like... And this is pretty current. You know, that last run... It was part of, you know, Wilson Fisk was still mayor and everything. Like, it has everything to do... If it was a run, you know, 10 years ago, it's a brand new team, it's one thing. But
wait, and the last Thunderbolts run, was that Thunderbolts put together by Wilson Fisk?
Yes!
Okay. Which I think is funny, because if you read the last run of Punisher, that's technically the second Thunderbolts team he put together.
Yeah, but my point being is, like, so he gets this Thunderbolts team.
So this is the third Thunderbolts team he's put together.
It just feels like they completely forgot that miniseries existed.
And he's not quitting with that Thunderbolts team.
Okay. But anyway, and also, it'd be one thing if this team was more interesting. But they're not. They're just like, we're villains and we're killing people because we're allowed to. And that's like all it is.
Yeah.
There's no interesting character dynamic that you had in that last... You need to read that last...
I do. Because
it's way better. Now, granted, sure, it's all completely out. I don't know what's going to happen in the rest of this. I think it's only a 3-parter. But I don't see it coming close to the last one. The last one was really good. Then moving on, I got the cover B here for Devil's Reign X-Men. And the cover A was pretty good, too. It had Emma Frost... I almost said Emma Stone. Emma Frost and Elektra on it. It was a pretty good-looking cover. And I think Kingpin was like kind of in the background.
Yeah, he was real big.
But I thought this was just a beautiful, beautiful cover. I had to get that one. Story was kind of strange.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know what's going on with X-Men, so it makes it even weirder.
This weird part in the past it feels like the first half of the book, might be a little bit less than that involves Emma and Elektra. Which, again, what does Elektra have to do with the X-Men? I don't know. She does, after the I don't know, I don't want to call it a flashback. Because, like I said, it's just part of the book takes place in the past, and part of it's taking place now. And the Elektra never is in the now. Maybe she will be later. I think there's more than one X-Men tie-in.
Although I'm not caught up on Daredevil, it might...
I feel like it might have more to do with, all of Daredevil. But it just seemed like a weird
Daredevil
place.
ties in mainly with Devil's Reign.
Yeah, but it felt like a weird place to put this, in my opinion. Like, put that stuff in Daredevil, or in the main Devil's Reign series. Like, I don't know. It felt very out of place to me. Now, granted, it was good. Honestly, it was the better half of the book, if I'm just talking about the writing of the book. But it felt all over the place. The X-Men stuff. I don't even remember what happened in the X-Men stuff. What did they do, Chris?
There's a big tree in
because I got the big tree and
Thunderbolts show up and they're like, "Hey, get out of here! This is New York.
Yeah.
No more heroes."
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really happened in the second half, honestly. But I don't know. It was okay. Like I said, the first half was pretty. I feel like pretty well written and interesting. And I just have no idea why Elektra was included in the X-Men tie-in. Like I said, it was very like forced together for the Black Knight with X-Men, but like it worked. It was weird and funky, but it worked.
X Lives of Wolverine.
Now, I didn't read this one.
You didn't read this one?
No.
Oh, it was interesting and weird.
I got it for a cover buy because this Momoko cover is sick.
I might not know anything about what's happening in X-Men, or even the more X-Men parts of this book. But there's like a dream sequence, maybe it's going in the past. I can't tell. But it's.
Are you wanting to continue it?
Yes, okay. It's certainly interesting.
Are you going to want to do X Deaths of Wolverine as well?
Is that directly tied to X Lives?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because for me, it was just a cover buy. I didn't have any interest in reading it. Now, if Chris starts reading the full series and is like, this stuff is amazing, maybe I'll pick it up. Or not pick it up. Maybe I'll start to read it, but... Then my old faithful Strange Academy is number 15, or what is this? Yeah, I'll read this eventually. I'm actually really excited to read it, but I kind of want to read Middle West first. But I might just start this. I have all of Strange Academy. I don't have all of Middle West. And that's it for Marvel.
That's now moving on I read.
To Star Wars. You need to catch up on High Republic.
I need to catch up on High Republic.
High Republic after the Drengear stuff has been really good. It's just unfortunate that it started so poorly. This is number 13. Very cool cover. I think her name is Avar something or another. I don't remember. But she's a really cool character. And it was a really cool book for her. A lot of interesting stuff happened in this issue. And I'm really excited for the next... I think the next, 2 or 3 are going to be, big books.
I need to cut up on Dr. Aphra. I think I'm, 8 books in.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I think Chris is reading this, but for me, this is a cover buy. I like these 50th anniversary. Is it 50?
I am reading it mainly because I want to finish
50 years.
I want to finish War of the Bounty Hunters.
But yeah, these 50 anniversary covers are
because I started reading Bounty Hunters and got really into that, and then War of the Bounty Hunters hit, and I was like, I gotta know everything.
And that's it for Star Wars. Then we have... I didn't read this one because I haven't read the one from last month.
I just like the audacity of this dude kicking... Blind dude kicking a shark in the face. Shark... man, I almost called him Shark Man. King Shark.
Suicide Squad, King Shark number 5.
Either that or King Shark's biting his foot. After looking at it for a minute, he might be biting his foot.
Nah, I think he's getting kicked. The series has been okay. It was one of those things... where we're talking about bottom of the stack books, when you have your big stack of books and you put in your order what you're most excited for. Suicide Squad King Shark has always been a bottom of the stack book for me. It's fine, Then we have Animal Castle number 2. I just read number 1. I got the second print last week before, and I didn't read it on the video, so I didn't talk about it. I wasn't in love. I know this book's getting a lot of hype. I feel like this issue was better than the first one. The first one was just so much. It was just constantly something happening at all times. And there's certain parts of it that feel like the impact is immediately lessened as soon as something else happens 3 seconds later that's way more impactful. And I don't know. I get it, but I just feel like it's all happening way too quickly. Nothing is sticking around long enough to have any weight to it. And I feel like this issue was paced better, but it's fine. I don't know. And the last book we have is Maul number 5. This is the last part to the miniseries. And I gotta say, this one was kind of a disappointment. I really enjoyed the series, even though it had a pretty slow move into the exciting parts where weird crazy stuff started to happen. The ending just felt... There's parts of it I liked, but I guess it was just kind of too weird for me in ways, and I don't know, it just didn't really resonate with me. Overall, I felt like it kind of made the series a bit of a stinker. If someone were to ask me later on, they haven't started it, should I read Maul? I'd be like, no, probably not. If you read it, it's fine. Sometimes sometimes I watch a movie and it's just I don't regret watching the movie, but would I tell someone else to watch the movie? No, probably not, It's the same thing. It's no, I wouldn't tell you to go spend money or waste your time. If you already did it, yeah, it's fine, no big loss. But that is our big, hefty stack of comics for this week.
Thick.
It was an expensive week. Now, granted, there were a lot of cover buys this week, which I try not to do too much, but there were just some killer covers this week. So that's all we have for you. I really hope you get to join us in our live stream tonight.
I don't hope. I know you'll be there.
I expect you to be there. If you're not, my heart will be broken.
If you're not, my heart will be disappointed.
I'll delete the channel. I'll delete Chris.
I'll find you.
All right, but
you're over there being sad. I'm just being aggressive.
I mean, deleting you sounds pretty aggressive.
It does,
but that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. Y'all have really been like spreading lots of love. You got me choked up. Look, you're spreading lots of love to our videos, especially this month of January has been doing stellar. I see all, a big rise in viewership and all that stuff, and it's awesome. I really appreciate it. But you better be there tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye-bye.
Bye.